Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Wednesday, December 17th. So with me on the mic, I have some fabulous co-hosts, my Icy Chili and my gorgeous Moon. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning indeed, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're listening and when you're listening. But I want to give you all a friendly reminder that we have our Hot Tea Cold Cash giveaway. For the giveaway's terms and conditions, head over to auntiederik.com/hot tea cold cash. Again, that is auntiederik.com/hot tea cold cash. Gain entries into this giveaway by RSVPing to every upcoming live show. You can get an additional entry by attending that live show and staying in its entirety. And you can get an additional entry by posting about my show on social media and using the hashtag Auntie Derek. So do all of that. You have a chance to getting at least 3 entries per day. So work it out, y'all. Get those entries in, and you may be one of the lucky winners to get $100. And we have five. There's five more chances. So we already did five. We have five more chances. So get those entries in, y'all. Also, something else we have going on Chatmosa. So, if you are a fan of basketball, you know I am notoriously not. I famously call it sports ball. But if you are, so we are introducing Bianca on air starting tomorrow. So, hop on to biancaonair.net. So, that is BIANCAONAIR.net. And it looks like what she will be doing tomorrow. I have to read it because y'all know I don't. It says Los Angeles Lakers versus Utah Jazz. So now, if you would have asked me what that was, I would have told you it was a music concert. But no, it is a sports ball game. And my girl Bianca, who I like to call Slayanka, who has been here before, she will be hosting. So support our girl and hop on Bianca.net to support. And in fact, let me do because it looks like this is only a white screen. So let me do a custom link so y'all can see my girl, Bianca on air. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, and this should be coming up for you all. There we go. So on slide 3, be sure to promote our girl RSVP to her show and show up for again. That is who is it? The Los Angeles Lakers versus the Utah Jazz, whoever those people are. So shout out to Bianca though. All right. So now that is that. I think we could just go ahead and jump right into the tea, honey.
Tea time.
Yes. Well, our first piece of tea, everybody thank Chill for it. Chill actually brought this to my attention yesterday. And this is some good tea as well, too. So this is by way of the root. And let me share. So the director, Alex Stapleton or Alexandria Stapleton, I've seen her referred to as both. It's looking like, hold on, let me make sure. Because it's looking like it's posting blank too. A blank screen. Let me make sure. Well, anyway, I don't need to share the link because we're going to watch the video of her anyway. And it's about a 3-minute long video of how she's responding to do you remember we talked about Diddy threatening to sue her and suing Netflix from prison because defamation, slander, all that jazz. So she's responding to that. And this Root article here, it says director of Diddy Netflix docs talks to Stephen a fucking Coon Smith on threats to sue her. So let me share my screen. I didn't even want to give that man show no life, but I mean, this is good tea. So good tea is good tea. She's cute. And let me scroll down to the video.
Sean Combs contributed a lot to the culture, right? Like, and I tried to also shine a light on that. What do you do when you have someone who's done heroic things in that space, but that has all of these allegations, or has the public has seen that he's been abusive, to his girlfriend, and to see a tape like that, how do you distill the good from him and the bad. I mean, it's like these are all things that I wish that we could be talking about instead of, sometimes getting dragged into, the kind of like the social media, pieces of it.
More of this world to expose, in your estimation, is just at the tip of the iceberg?
I am very tired. So there's nothing happening right now. But I do feel that this is the beginning of a lot more that will continue to come out. Like I said before, Kifidi's trial is next August, I believe. And I think that's going to be very interesting to see. And, Sean has like over 100 civil lawsuits that he also has to deal with. And I think that's going to be very interesting to see how all of that unfolds. So in a way, while the criminal trial that we all saw, or not that we all saw, but that we were all following, while that has come to an end, I think that this is kind of a new chapter and a new beginning for a lot more in this space.
One would imagine that you're insulated to a strong degree, but nevertheless, there's been indications that he's going to try to, Sean Diddy Combs is going to try to sue Netflix. Who knows whether or not he'll come after 50, even though 50 ain't scared. And obviously, you doing what you're doing, the marvelous work that you've done. Who knows if somebody will say that he's going to try, him or people he knows or whatever are going to try to come and deal with you, assuming it's in a legal fashion. I'm going to assume that because I don't want to paint an ugly picture. Any concerns that you have at all? Or is this project's over and done with? You're like, I did my job. You guys go ahead and do what you got to do. I did my job. It's time for me to move on with my life. Where are you with all of this right
now? As far as being concerned about things, I cannot pretend to know what Sean is going to do or what he's not going to do when it comes to legal proceedings. But I do know that we were very buttoned up. I, have an amazing partner in Netflix. And I think that we brought forward, we were very legally sound. And that was very important to us in putting this film out. So that's where I stand today.
She said, very legally sound. So come on with it. Because baby, we did our work. We did our homework. So we good. We ain't got nothing to worry about. So that's that on that. Good for her. Now, this next story, somebody else who I don't care for, Umar Johnson. I don't even like really calling him the Dr. Umar because, I guess I can respect. He did do his work and get his credentials, but that jackass, the head ashy nigga in charge, he had some words about 50 Cent in his documentary as well. So let me see if this link works. If this shows a blank screen, I'm gonna just share my screen again. Oh nope, it's doing it. Okay, so y'all should see here by way of Hot New Hip Hop, Dr. Umar and his ashy ass claims 50 Cent made Diddy docuseries out of self-hatred. They said, did he? No shade. I don't know his background. Oh, good. You know what? Thank your lucky stars that you don't know. I'm telling, because ignorance is bliss. I wish I didn't know about his fucking background. But let me share my screen again. He was just talking to, I don't know who this person is that he's talking with, but he has where he feels that because 50 Cent is a black man, he one of them, he should be tearing down another black man. That whole stupid ass shit. So let me share my screen, child. Here's the first clip.
I saw the Diddy documentary. Here's what I'm going to say about the Diddy documentary. And I have no problem with black people holding black people accountable. I'm having a problem with black people needing to expose black people that in-depthly.
Yeah.
But you never expose white people who do things to black people. The Roman Catholic Church has taken advantage of way more children than R. Kelly allegedly did.
Right.
Are you following me?
I'm following you.
So that's part one of that stupid ass shit. Here's part two.
Do we have to?
Has taken advantage of way more women than Sean Combs allegedly did. But where is the documentary on Epstein by black people? Where's the documentary on the Roman Catholic Church as excesses on black people? You see what I'm saying? So to me, the 50 Cent documentary, again, respect the 50, no issues there. It is an example of self-hatred disguised as community service. You see how that goes? It looks like community service. No, it's not. That's self-hate.
I'll tell you what's an example of self-hatred disguised as community service, honey. Where's that school, nigga?
Okay.
Where that
Okay.
motherfucking school, nigga?
Where is the school? Didn't I just talked about that. Vince Staples did an interview. Dr. Umar, where's the school? Where
Oh,
shall it be?
fuck, nigga. Oh, I do
Where?
not like that man. And to answer your question, puppy, I believe his I will have to look it up. Matter of fact, no, I'm not looking it up because I don't want my Google to have none of his shit in my algorithm. But I do believe he has a doctorate in psychology because I believe
Yes.
that's before he became Umar Johnson. He was working in the schools and shit like that, and he did make one
Mm-hmm.
good point about, because a broken clock is always right twice a day. But he made a good point about how these white teachers, particularly white women, how they overly diagnose these young black boys, and how they might be having a bad day and maybe lash out, but they label them as like with a learning disability and stuff like that, only because they don't know how to handle it. He ate that one little thing, but the rest of him can get the fuck on somewhere.
He's so problematic. And you have brought up how, how he got memeified and became very popular than he probably should be. Because he's just as problematic as the things that he says, even though it's masked. I'm trying to take care of my community. Um, but he is just as problematic. I mean, he does have great meme material. Hate to say it, but he does. Hate to say it.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said,
Never use it, honey. I can't rock with that.
I mean, there are some funny moments. I ain't gonna lie,
It's
but
funny as hell, especially with the donations. Donations like that shit had me cracking up. But I just because because now you see what's happening. You remember that point I made about Kim Burrell and how they memifying her now, and now her problematic ass is joining in on the joke. Like no, lady, we're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you. Everybody pointed her and laughed so she can realize what the fuck it really is. Like,
but that's the thing. She's comfortable, and I said this in our chat. She's comfortable with being the villain. She's okay with that.
How long ago did he say he was going to build that school? Hasn't it been like
15 years, child,
girl,
probably.
since Cash Money took over for the 99 2000s, allegedly.
wow?
Allegedly. Oh, fuck, nigga. His ashy ass. Honey, what he said about gays and single mothers, baby, he can get the fuck on forever.
And doesn't
Fuck
he have
Umar.
an out of wedlock baby?
Oh yeah, of course. He ain't married, and he promotes having multiple wives and all that other.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He one of them.
Whew.
Look, he said wood don't grow on trees. Come on now. Donations. Y'all a mess. Yeah, that's
Mm.
funny. But I
Well,
would
wood actually does grow on trees, but okay.
Ooh.
I'm just saying. Bad analogy.
and I agree with Moon. He's fun. Like they funny as hell, but I just just for the sake
He's
of
problematic.
I can't do it. Now I
He's
appreciate y'all doing it, and you notice how like if I won't even retweet that shit on my timeline, honey. But I I get it, it's funny, but I'm just like y'all just be careful because that's not a good thing to do.
Well, yeah, and I think before people knew he was problematic, they thought, oh yeah, this would be great, and da 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 da, and then we keep, 10, 15 years later, we're like, so where's the school at? Why are you still talking?
Mhm.
You ain't getting nothing, fam.
Why he look like a Klingon up there? What you know what a Klingon is?
Auntie don't want to laugh.
He do it is giving Klingon, honey. Oh, honey, you need
Yes,
some
indeed.
Botox, honey.
Don't never make that face no more, please.
Ooh, honey. Well, speaking of this man who looks like a Klingon and who needs some Botox, so remember how yesterday we talked about how Drake sent Ebro a real funny looking text message like at 3:30 in the morning, alluding to him maybe having a hand in getting his show canceled.
Hmm.
Well, now this Cleon looking nigga, my man, my man, my man.
He always in the middle of something. Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
he's claiming that he's the one who got Ebro's show canceled. So I'm sharing this link by way of Hot New Hip Hop. 50 Cent claims he got Ebro in the morning canceled. So 50 Cent says he was responsible for getting Ebro in the morning taken off the air at Hot 97. He explained his reasoning in a post on Instagram on Wednesday morning, reacting to a clip of Ebro blaming him for ruining the New York hip hop scene. In the video, Ebro explains, I told 50 he ruined New York hip hop. He spun it back around on me, talking about I ruined New York hip hop. And then all of his fans and fanatics ran with that. But first, it was 50 Cent who ruined New York hip hop. Y'all know nobody wanted to work together. People who was already popping in the city, everybody was hemming and hawing and soft shoeing because nobody wanted to work together because 50 Cent was so popping. That's where the narrative comes from. 50 responded to the accusation in the caption writing, that's why I put a word in to have your show taken off the air. You can't just go around saying nasty things about people. I'm sorry, y'all.
So you gonna laugh at that though,
The
Auntie?
audacity, though. I'm laughing at the audacity because really, nigga,
The
the king of
irony.
going around saying nasty things to people. And
The
talking about you get
irony. Baby, you need like 5 irons. The irony.
Mm, mm. And see, this is why I don't like his ass. This right here.
But he
well,
says that he had to say that to be funny because he knows. He's
well,
making a joke, right? It's a joke.
is he?
Mm, mm,
Is he joking?
mm.
He got to be trolling for real, though. For real.
I don't
You know
like
he'll tell you about yourself, honey. I don't know if he'll tell you a joke. Well, I don't know. He do be joking sometimes. But this might be. I don't know though. But this is something that, or maybe this wasn't him just being his normal trolling self.
Yeah, I think he's trolling for real, for real.
But you see what he didn't respond to though, honey. Them allegations about about that child's
it.
mama and them assault charges and stuff. You see he ain't responded to that yet.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
hmm We watching you, boo. Well, we not. I'm watching. I'm watching you, boo.
Yeah, because we definitely are not watching.
Mm.
Well, speaking of somebody watching, honey, Rihanna, y'all favorite bully from Barbados, she was watching Mariah Carey, honey, and had a nerve to stand up to the point where she and a fan got into it, another fan, because I guess the fan couldn't see. So I'm sharing this article here from TMZ, and y'all should see where it says Rihanna exchanges words with fan at Mariah Carey concert on video. And really, it's truly nothing. But you didn't really see what words were exchanged. You just saw it just looked like it got a little scuffleish, but it won't. We can y'all can see for yourself. Hold on.
Look here. She said, I am a Mariah Carey fan. Shut up, girl. Bye.
Sit your ass down.
And you know what? Maybe if y'all could see the video I'm actually sharing, I'm like, if I would share my screen. Sorry, y'all.
It's like she just wanted to be seen. Sit down, girl.
Yeah, exactly. Wake it up. Exactly.
From the emancipation of Mimi.
My favorite song. She sat her ass down, though.
And dear.
Well, I think she was already going to sit down. But it's a concert. People don't sit down, and mm,
If you want to be seen, girl, get your ass in that studio and put out a song. And the thing about her ass, she knows she can put out some bullshit and people just gonna go because they want to hear music from her so bad that they would just take anything from her.
That's my favorite song by Mariah.
Yeah,
I
see, Mariah songs to me are like potato chips. You can try to have just one, but it ain't gonna work out. Like one favorite song, that whole Emancipation of Mimi album, honey. That shit came out. I was in college at the time. Oh, baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. Oh, honey. Um, and then the Memoirs of an Imperfect Angel. I think that's one of her most underrated albums. It was yeah. It's hard for me to choose one. If I had you would have to put a gun to my head and threaten my family and say, "Bitch, choose one Mariah song." Now I'm gonna just have to choose one at the moment, and still even then, I'm probably just gonna end up getting killed because I don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't
I
know.
like her music. I just particularly love that song.
Yep, that was You just said I know this song because of that kid on YouTube. And that was her baby. That was her come back, honey. Well, before that, she released a single. It's like that. That was really. We was like, okay, Mariah, okay, what you doing, girl? Then she came out with that. We like, okay, Mariah, what you doing, girl? And then then she came out with that album. We like, okay, Mariah, we see what you doing, girl. So, yeah, so shout out to
was that
Mariah.
after her flop album, flop movie, or whatever.
Oh, Glitter.
Glitter.
Yes, yes, it was.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, people were really distraught. So when she finally came back, it was like, okay, after taking
And
a
and Glitter
hiatus.
didn't even have to flop like it, but it was around September 11th, and yeah, and you see, wait, Glitter has some good songs. Yeah, Glitter it had some good songs, and it was a cute ass camp ass movie to me.
It was very
Turn
good.
Silk down, turn Billy way up. Okay, I like Glitter.
Glitter.
Glitter. You like glitter?
I like Glitter.
Glitter. Glitter.
I'm so glad Hammy is not here at the moment because this would have been picking up out there worse than y'all in that damn chat right now.
And BB. Not even gonna hold you. BB would have got you too.
Well, BB don't pick on my accent just as much. He knows how he already knows North Carolina how North Carolinians get down. So
Yeah, but that glitter was tough. I usually let you pass, but I couldn't let that one go.
look, you see the way Derek calls me Puffy. I love it. Shout out to Puffy. Well, honey, now speaking of concerts, child, I don't even want to talk about this shit, but it was in the news, child. But guess who done got proposed to at their concert?
Oh,
Mariah the Scientist.
ew. Girl,
God, no.
no. No, girl,
She
no.
said yes. She
Oh,
said
she
yes.
said yes, honey. She said
But
yes.
he gave her no
Oh.
choice. He told
Good
her,
and ghetto, honey. This is ghetto. But anyway, you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Young Thug proposes to Mariah the Scientist during Atlanta concert.
when I
Mm.
say I watched a video of a man praying that she be released from the demon.
She don't want to be safe. Look at them booty
Oh,
shorts, honey. She got on. Oh my God, girl. Put them pancakes away, girl.
she had yeah. He gonna mess her up. Mm. Yeah.
Mm,
Mm.
mm,
Well,
mm,
good for her.
Yeah. Poor thing.
mm.
This is the end of her career, y'all. She'll be pregnant before you know it.
And that's what she
Pregnant
wants
and
because
married.
she said in the interview she want to settle down and have some babies and stuff. I'm just over here like, look, I'm just like her new fiance now, honey. Look at her, you about to get married to an ex-con who got probation for 15 years. Whoop dee doo. I'm like, girl,
Prepare to be a single mother.
oh,
Ah,
15 years of probation, baby. Oh, if he sneezed wrong, he going back to prison.
mm.
mm,
And the
That's
way
all I
he,
gotta say
she
is
should have been broke up with him. The way he drug her and did her dirty while he was in the trial by. And he's a roach. Mm, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that, but he gives me the willies.
he should because he crazy as hell. Like if you've been following that trial, honey, the stuff that they were alleging, honey, girl. Like that nigga's a killer for real, honey. Like a thug ain't just a name. Like, but and it just like Chill is saying, like, but he being watched and being watched heavily. So if he sneezes wrong, it won't be looking too good for him. And look at him sneezing wrong because now in this next story I have from y'all by way of love, hot new hip hop. I was about to say Love and Hip Hop. I missed that show so bad. By way of hot new hip hop. Young Thug seemingly shades Gunna for quote unquote acting like the victim, throwing a little shade, honey. So Young Thug appeared to take a shot at Gunna on Twitter on Monday night after the Last One rapper shared a candid message about keeping a good heart on Instagram. Nigga acting like he the victim, lol. Thug seemingly responded to the post. While announcing his arrival on the West Coast for his ongoing tour, Gunna shared the following statement. The real flex is keeping a good heart when life keeps giving you reasons not to. When you've been lied to, used, switched up on, and counted out, but you still show love. You still got loyalty in you. Still show up for people, even when nobody showed up for you. That's rare. That's powerful. Because this world will test you, drain you, and and try to turn you cold. And if you still moving with good intention after everything you've been through, you got the kind of heart they can't find twice. And that's what Young Thug like shade him and say nigga acting like he the victim. LOL. Mm-mm.
You
Look
know,
at this picture.
he looks, oh, he's so ugly.
I'm sorry. It sounded like you really had to get it off your chest. Like, oh, he's so ugly.
He is. Mm, 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 mm. You know
Oh
what?
gosh.
And actually, yes, go ahead and knock her out. She can't sing no way. Just go on and retire. Let's just close this out. Close up this sad chapter.
Girl, and the gagger is so it was like a couple of people that I was following on Twitter that was really going up for her. And one person who I've followed this person before, I'm not going to even say that person's gender because I don't want them to. They very well may know I'm talking about them, but that person was like tweeting about it was because one album that Mariah the Scientist put out, and this person was quoting the lyrics from it. It was like, oh my god, I feel this is so amazing. So I was like, oh well, I've never heard of Mariah the Scientist. Who is this girl? Let me baby, I put that shit on. I'm like,
Mm-mm,
I said, what the hell is this?
mm,
What the fuck is this?
mm-mm, nothing.
Like that's what it was really giving. And now they keep playing that damn Burn the Blue song on the fucking radio. I'm
Oh
like, if
God,
I never hear that song again ever in life, I am good, honey. I don't want to burn blue.
she can't sing, and that was the whole thing we was talking about earlier before we got on. They will put these girls, racially ambiguous, light skin, decent body, I guess, whatever, cute face, whatever, and they'll put them out there like they can sing. when we really got singers out here that nobody even knows about. I want to go back to a time where people could flat footed sing without machines. What happened to that? Mm, Let me get off my soapbox because
No, and because no, I get it because it's they have because the thing I would have been okay with if we just had like little bits and pieces of it like we did like back in the early 2000s and stuff because you remember we were saturated with so many great singers that anytime they put like a and this is truly, truly, truly no shade to Sierra. But anytime they would put like a Sierra in the mix and stuff, we was kind of feeling it because well, she may not got the vocals like that, but you know what she's gonna get? She's gonna drop that ass and she's gonna dip it low and pick it up slow. And we was here for it. But now what's happening is that now they're giving us these girls that can't sing and can't dance, can't do shit, don't practice, don't rehearse, don't do no nothing. And it's like, what the hell? And it's reflected in the music. So hey. If this is what the powers that be want, I mean, this is why y'all see why most of these artists are doing their thing independently now. Because the labels keep propping up bullshit. They keep giving us Drake. That shit that nobody want to hear. Anywho, well, you know who is not throwing shade at Gunna, and this is actually the Gagger honey. You know who's not throwing shade at him, while Young Thug is throwing shade at Gunna. Who's not throwing shade at him is his daddy, Young Thug's daddy.
I think I heard something about that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think um, I think Young Thug has misplaced anger at Ghana, but whatever. They keep trying to say he snitched, but I don't think he did.
Yeah, he took a plea, and that's what people like. Oh, you took a plea because you snitched, girl. Don't even know how. Why the hell
They
would
were.
he? Anyway, child. But y'all see, I just shared another link from Hot New Hip Hop. Young Thug's father shows support for Gunna at sold out Atlanta show. So it goes without saying that Young Thug and Gunna's relationship is complicated. The two of them were close friends and collaborators up until 2022 when they were both arrested in Georgia as part of a major RICO indictment. Gunna was released just a few months later after accepting a plea deal. Gunna was released just a few months later after accepting the plea. Did I say he was arrested? Anyway, sorry. Young Thug, on the other hand, stayed behind bars until last October. This led to theories that Gunna might have turned his back on his co-defendants, which he denies. Regardless, the rumor persists, though Young Thug kept fairly quiet on the matter until a few weeks ago. According to him, he still has love for Gunna, but their relationship will never be what it once was. I think I'm just in the unpacking phase. He said on the It's Up There podcast in September. It ain't about even not fucking with you because I want him to just understand why I feel like it shouldn't happen again because I'm not going to be able to look at you the same no matter what. We can get $1 trillion together. I'm still not going to be able to look at you the way I looked at you before we went to jail. We still love each other. We're just going our own ways. Sometimes you do that. One person who appears to still have Gunna's back, despite the alleged snitching scandal, is Young Thug's father, Jeffrey Williams Sr. Recently, he even came out to support the rapper at his holdout show in Atlanta, as seen in photos shared by Gunna Daily Forever on Twitter. This is far from the first time Williams Sr. has shown love to Gunna despite the snitching rumors. During an interview in 2023, he insisted that he hadn't done anything to hurt his son's case. In 2024, he made an appearance in his One of One music video. That same year, he attended another one of Gunna's performances in Atlanta, showing off his moves in the crowd. So, and I can share my screen real quick and y'all can see. I mean, you don't really see the man's face. You just see him hugging Gunna. Cute pictures, cute. So that's cute. So that just leads me to believe that yeah, these boys were like brothers. Well, I shouldn't say boys. These men were like from boys to men. They were like brothers, and to the point where I guess Thug's father is like a father to Gunna. I don't know if they got that, but clearly he supported him and even went on record to say he's not hurting my son's case. So that's nice. Well, while Thug is throwing shade, honey, his dad is not. So my thing is if I'm throwing shade at somebody, my parents, it's not for y'all to be trying to show support for that motherfucker. Y'all better throw shade at the motherfucker. I don't give a god Damn, if that person gives you $1 trillion, just like Thug said. If I'm throwing shade at them, my parents better throw shade at them too. Because if not, y'all siding with the ops. I'm an Aries. That's just how we do. It's either black and white, no in between. Don't try to give me no, oh, well, it's a gray area. I don't like the color gray. It's either black or white.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that's that on that.
Well, honestly, Thug did more talking than Gunna ever did. So,
Mhm.
I mean, you was on that phone bumping your gums like Miss Susie Q.
On a recorded
Everybody,
line, child. Oh, girl.
everybody knows jail lines are recorded. Are you an idiot?
Well, yes.
But but Gunna is supposed to be because he took a plea deal because he said I'm not doing all that. I'm just like yeah okay well whatever because I'm not gonna be up here ruining my little career.
Gonna be making some hits that stick like grits too, honey.
Yeah, he do. And I ain't really liked the little fat boy for a little while, but he alright.
Well, he not fat no more. He been in the gym.
Yeah, he has. But I didn't like him when he was getting too close to Chloe. But my little cancer girl, one of my cancer babies. I ain't like that.
Mhm. No, and so what you feel about her and Drewski? Do you not like that either?
What?
Yeah, her and Drewski was like a little thing.
I need her to tighten up.
Oh, she got something tight she want to get Drewski, all right.
No, not him. Ew, gross. Now, when she was out there with Berta Boy, now I said, girl, look, okay,
Ew.
I could
Now,
see.
now that's the one I was like, oh no, girl, tighten up. Bring your ass back home, honey. Get your ass
We
back from Nigeria and come back to the States. Leave
She
that
can have a
man
little
alone over there
fun. She can have a
burning.
little fun and come on back. Just have a little
Mm-mm.
fun and come on back. Don't be down there forever.
And if you
True.
do want to have fun with a Nigerian, honey, it's better Nigerians than Burna Boy, that's for sure.
Is there though?
Yes, because Burna Boy is a rapist, a convicted one. So
Oh,
we
oh,
don't want him nowhere
oh,
near
he
close.
is.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Let me be quiet. Never mind. Oh, I didn't know that he
Mhm.
was a convicted rapist. No.
No,
I didn't
ma'am.
know
Keep
that.
my Chloe away from that motherfucker.
Oh no, I didn't know he did that. Oh, I didn't know he got down like that.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. No, I didn't know that. That's sick.
Well, that's why we all find out, the tea here at Auntie Bear's Daytime Tea.
Well, you just gave me some tea on that because I sure didn't know.
As a matter of fact, let me see for those who want to know more about it, let me see if I can find y'all an article real quick and post it.
Yeah, because I did not know that. I ain't heard nobody say nothing about that. Mm-mm-mm. Well, we don't do rapists, so never mind. Never mind.
Give me one second. Well, hell, I'll find it after the show and then post it. Let me put a reminder on my notepad. Find Burner Boy link. Okay, now this next story, no, now this is kind of wild. So now another artist I don't particularly care for with her anti-black ass, but Doja Cat. Y'all remember her hit song "Paint the Town Red"? Bitch, I said what I said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I remember how the song sampled Dionne Warwick's "Walk On By."
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, honey, why is Dionne Warwick in some legal trouble because of that child? Dionne
What?
Warwick,
Dion,
yes.
how's
So
she?
well, so you should see where it says here by way of all hip hop, Dionne Warwick at war and Doja Cat royalty sample dispute worth millions.
Mm.
So Dionne Warwick is stuck in a legal battle as the management company that negotiated her lucrative sample deal for Doja Cat's massive hit "Paint the Town Red" demands millions in unpaid fees. Artist Rights Enforcement Corporation filed suit Monday, claiming the R&B legend is trying to dodge a 50% royalty split agreement that helped generate over $2.5 million in revenue. The lawsuit centers on Warwick's 1964 classic "Walk On By," which became the foundation for Doja Cat's biggest commercial success to date. Paint the Town Red dominated charts worldwide in 2023, spending 3 weeks at number one on the Billboard Hot 100 and becoming the first rap song to reach the top spot that year. The track broke Spotify streaming records, eventually surpassing 1 billion streams, making Doja Cat's sixth song to reach the milestone. Artist rights enforcement claims it has represented Dionne Warwick since 2002 at great effort and expense on complex rights issues ranging from Doja Cat sample clearance to a prior lawsuit by Atlantic Records. According to Billboard, the company alleges Warwick agreed to a perpetual 50% cut of recovered royalties in exchange of representation at no cost to her. After decades of service, Miss Warwick is now trying to evade paying artist rights hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, the lawsuit states. In doing so, she has violated her contracts with artist rights. The financial stakes are substantial, given Paint the Town Red's commercial dominance. The song generated over 18 million streams worldwide in its peak week and maintained consistent streaming numbers throughout its chart run. Doja Cat's album Scarlet, anchored by the Warwick sampling hit, debuted in the top 10 of the Billboard 200. According to court documents, artist rights helped increase Warwick's royalty distributions by a 60-fold margin over the years, generating a significant revenue from various enforcement efforts. The company handled matters involving sound exchange, Sony Music tax issues, and the high-profile 2023 sample clearance that made Paint the Town Red possible. The lawsuit reveals that Warwick began expressing reluctance to continue making payments to artist rights and that her lawyers allegedly sent a termination letter in September. Still, the company argues that it fulfilled all contractual obligations while Warwick wrongfully and unreasonably repudiated the contracts. Neither Doja Cat nor Atlantic Records was named as defendants in the case. Representatives for Warwick have not responded to requests for comment about the legal action. Artist rights enforcement seeks damages for breach of contract and demands that Warwick honor the perpetual royalty arrangement that facilitated one of 2023's biggest musical successes. Child. Mm-mm. So that's how yeah, she
50% is a lot.
that's what
50%
I
is a
said.
lot.
I said she agreed to that? 50%.
You been in the studios singing with me? What the hell? 50%. That's crazy.
But I guess maybe because it was that one thing, because how I took it as, and I could be wrong, but how I read it is if this company who has been working with her since 2002, they pretty much handle matters for her and even other legal matters as well, like one with Atlantic Records. But they negotiated the deal to get Paint the Town Red sampled by Doja Cat, and because of that they agree, and they say that at no cost to her, so that leads me to believe that she's not paying them for representation or distribution.
Right. Yeah,
So
right.
so that's probably why that 50%, that's what I'm thinking, that's how I took it, is happening.
Yeah, maybe.
But she said
But
she sent them a
50%
letter in
sounds
September saying, I ain't paying y'all shit. Oh, Dion.
well. Well,
She
because you
said,
gonna
hey,
say
paying y'all
50% is a lot.
50%. Y'all got me fucked up. And that's probably exactly how she said it too while smoking a cigarette. Y'all got me fucked up. 50%. Child, please. Honey, one thing about I love me some Dionne Warwick, though, I have to say. Now, when she was on that season of Celebrity Apprentice, it was not a good look. But she did not look good on that. But other than that, like, she truly is a generational talent. Like many generations. But the fact that she was I think we can truthfully say she was the first black pop star, right? The first black pop star in her time. Then came back, and millennials know her because of the Psychic Friends Network commercials and stuff. And then she's made like TV appearances and stuff, and we just thought she was funny. And now
On Twitter.
now look, a whole new generation of kids fall in love with her because of her tweets. Like, she is truly a generational talent.
For her to be on Twitter like the way she is hilarious. I ain't
Hmm.
gonna lie.
Hey, Libra Queen. So we see a comment that says, the Psychic Friends Network ruined her brand. Really? That's
I
interesting.
could see, I could see that because they were scamming. It wasn't very good.
Friends can be lovers. Lovers can be friends. Together. Hi, I'm Dionne Warwick, and this is the Psychic Friends Hotline. Baby, that was my shit, honey. I used to love them infomercials. And her gowns, honey. Great gowns, beautiful gowns. I see a comment. The way we came home from school and saw the commercial during the afternoon talk. See, exactly. Iconic. Hey, Hammy. I'm so, oh my God. I'm so, you could have stayed wherever the hell you was at, girl, because they was picking on the way I was talking earlier. And I'm just glad your ass went in the chat to add to
We was filling in because you wasn't here, Hammy.
it.
Thank y'all for coming in, clocking in. Take y'all seats and positions, please. We need the grilling to commence.
Mm-hmm. They say parents like, do not call that number that starts with 900. It's a scam. Exactly. Yeah.
Kids got in trouble between the
Mm-hmm.
psychic hotline and
Them chat hotlines. Oh, what's going on? Ouch. Hello?
yeah. Ooh, that was my ears.
I don't know what's going on over there, Auntie, but your mic turned into some kind of monster.
Yes, girl. I was like, what? Because I heard a bunch of static. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what we heard too.
No, I think something, maybe some, because I just unplugged and replugged everything. I was like, oh, this sound card was
Yeah,
possessed, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, it definitely
And we was talking shit
shit the
about the
bed
psychic.
right there.
Look, Dion heard her. She's like, oh, they got me fucked up. Oh, y'all want to talk about my fucking friends? Oh, I got to fuck y'all ass. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Man, them chat lines and what you could get your a reading by a psychic and all kinds of lines. Them things was what, like $50 a minute or something.
Oh man.
Mhm.
Between that and the box, kids was getting in trouble left and right.
Oh, I know them phone bills was hitting their parents hard.
Mm. Kids was getting in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of trouble, honey, remember Sharon Moore and how he got in a bunch of trouble with fucking around with his staff, honey.
Mm.
Well,
Go ahead. What about it?
Biff Poggi, their interim coach, he says that the team feels betrayed, and I'm sure that they do. And y'all see, I just shared here by way of TMZ. Sharon Moore's Michigan football players feel betrayed, says interim coach.
Mm.
And there's a quick clip of Biff Poggi talking about it. So give me 1 second. Let me share my screen.
It has been a tumultuous, and a lot of anger, and then at first disbelief, then anger, then really what we're in right now is the phase of the kids, quite frankly, feel very betrayed, and we're trying to work through that.
Yep, I'm sure they do. How disappointing for them, especially if they were having a really good season. He was a good coach, and then for him to crash out like that, and yeah, I can understand how they would feel disappointed and betrayed and sad about it.
Oh yeah, totally, and especially because the coach is supposed to hold the standards of how like
Mm-hmm.
they're supposed to conduct themselves and so on and
Yep.
so forth, and then come out and this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. And then this article goes on to say this comes nearly a week after Moore, a married man with 3 kids, was fired for an inappropriate relationship with a UM staffer. Hours after the termination, Moore, who's 39, was arrested by the Pittsfield Police Department and charged with home invasion, stalking, and breaking and entering. It was said in the Washtenaw court that Moore and his mistress broke up on December 8th, and he allegedly sent her nonstop text messages and phone calls the next few days. The woman then informed Michigan of what was going on, prompting Moore's firing. After his termination, prosecutors say Moore barged his way into her apartment and threatened suicide with butter knives and scissors, saying, "I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to make you watch. My blood is on your hands. You ruined my life." Moore was released on a $25,000 bond under certain conditions, including wearing a GPS tether. His next court date is scheduled for January 22nd. I'm sorry, y'all. Butter knives and scissors.
We get you. We are for real.
I'm going to kill myself with a butter knife or a pair. And girl, it was probably, in my mind, they were probably just like them, them kindergarten play scissors that they use to cut construction paper with. So I don't know why it's in my mind. He probably had like some really professional scissors that were really harmful. But I'm going to make you watch. Your blood is on my hands, not the blood rushing down to your dingling, making you do inappropriate shit with another staffer. But no, it's on her. Okay.
This is not a black woman's issue. We don't care.
See, look at this bitch in the chat. See, ain't even been here for 10 minutes already. So a butter knife and scissors. Shut up, ho.
Look, Hammy clocked in and got to work.
Okay.
Hi, Hammy. Glad you're here. And really, did you tell Hammy and BB to come on different days? Because they really have been coming on different days.
No, hun. I think what it is work just been beating both their asses. Working the holiday breaks and stuff.
Y'all fight back. Fight back.
Well, so this next story that I have, so thank you again, Chili, for bringing this to my attention. So Chili actually shared with me a news clip that I have from Ashley Banfield, who works for News Nation now. And remember, we talked a bit about that private investigator, and how he was discussing his findings and stuff. So now, it shows that they found a burn cage. Remember that house that he was renting, and we learned that his manager, Josh Marshall, was the one who signed the lease for that. Girl, it looks like they had a burn cage sent to the house, mailed to that house. So, and I'm like, is this what maybe the private investigator meant by like ritualistic? He thought that something ritualistic was going on. Maybe. So let me share my screen and we'll watch it and then we'll talk about it. So let me
And I also have an update tonight on the case of the singer David and the runaway teen girlfriend who was found dead in the trunk of his Tesla. For weeks, we've been wondering just what it was that a private investigator named Steve Fisher found inside David's home when he was given access last October. The PI reported seeing, quote, items you would expect to find on a farm rather than in a home in the Hollywood Hills. And today, we are learning about one of those items. Steve Fisher has confirmed it was something called a burn cage. Take a look at your screen. That's what a burn cage looks like. It's used usually on farms to incinerate waste and debris, but lots of private homes have them as well. This particular model can apparently get up to a whopping 1,600 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 200 degrees hotter than the temperature required to burn human bones. And this is the photograph Steve took of that burn device, the burn cage inside David's home. He noted that these types of incinerators are illegal in LA County, and that even if it were a prop, say used for a music video, still doesn't seem to be much of a reason for it to be delivered to his home. Still no word on an arrest in this case, but with evidence like this, might only be a matter of time.
That's what I'm thinking. Who would allow that in a home? Even the surrounding material would burn. Like, you, child.
And also, that girl that went to News Nation, that KKK news outlet? Okay, girl.
Well, that's probably why
Well,
they try to get her and Don Lemon over there so they can say, well, look, we might be KKK, but we like some of y'all.
my best friend
Mm-mm,
is black.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
And baby, one
mm-mm.
thing about Ashley Banfield, like one thing I love about Canadians, honey, I guess similar to me and my North Carolinian accent, like their accent, it will never go away. You see how she was like, where she say, hot enough to get bones about 1600 degrees about. I was like, oh my god, I love it. I love
Yeah, that's weird though. I
Who
it.
mean,
watches News Nation? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
well,
sorry. Let me
everything they
stop.
post is not MAGA
Mm,
related, friend. Okay.
Look here. It's enough. I'm sorry. Oh, that's what you landed after CNN. Okay, girl.
She said, who watches news now?
Mm.
Nobody. It was a clip. No, I don't watch that shit.
I know. I'm sorry, but I was like, oh, that's what happened to her. Okay, go ahead, girl. Go off.
Yeah, they
I'm
probably gave her an offer she couldn't refuse, honey, especially with CNN getting rid of people like they was doing.
Well, a
mm,
lot of newsrooms got rid of people, so got to pay the bills, baby.
Hmm.
Got children to feed, got a house to feed. It's it ain't no joke.
it is true. I don't know if you have this on the list. I'm gonna just throw this in so we are talking about news. But Warner Brothers rejected Paramount's offer. Amen.
Oh no, I didn't have that on my list, but I'm glad to know. Listen, because it's too much buying up and acquiring shit going on, and I don't, nothing good will come of it.
Well, and the Paramount is now owned by the evildoers, and they tried to, do that hostile takeover. And Warner
Mhm.
Brothers told the shareholders to reject their offer, and so
Ooh,
I guess they did. And I'm like, oh, fine, oh, thank you, Lord. Now I don't know what we're gonna do about Netflix, but hey,
Hmm. And now they ass is trying to go into video podcast, which is going to be a flop. And you want to know why it's going to be a flop? Because they don't know what the fuck they doing. See, we was out here in the mud. You see, that's why we got these A's on our profile, because we was out here testing this shit to make sure the shit is right. See, Netflix think they could just put money in shit and buy it, and then video podcasting. We're gonna get big names like Breakfast Club and other people to come over here, baby. That shit. Watch what I tell you. You remember I said on this day, on December 17th, Auntie Derek said that Netflix video podcasting project is going to be a flop.
I don't even know why they're why.
everybody's trying to be they just trying to they're out here trying to buy up everything and become monopolies. It- It's that is not going to be good for us as a people. But hey, what can we
I
do?
mean, and it's just simple math. Like, if I go to Netflix, the last thing I want to do is listen to or listen to a podcast. I go
Thank
on
you.
YouTube or Apple or Spotify for that, right? I go on
Right.
Netflix to watch shows and movies.
I
Shit, they
guess
be
they figure a lot of people don't have music subscriptions, although almost all people do. I mean, maybe they're thinking they'll corner that little market of people who don't have streaming services like YouTube or
and that's why it's gonna be a flop.
um I I don't want to see a podcast on Netflix, that's for sure.
Mhm. So I don't know who was in the room,
You,
honey, when they honey, but y'all need to.
I
I
don't
don't
know
want
why
to say
they're trying to
fire,
compete
but
with YouTube. I don't know why they're trying to do that.
stupid. Well, I mean, really, because you know how we play the game of Monopoly. The goal is to own the most
Everything.
property, to own the most asset, to have the most asset. Like that's pretty much what Netflix wants to be, a one stop shop for everything. And in fact, I think if they can, they'll control your internet as well. They'll be your internet service provider. After a while, if they keep it up, that's what they're trying to do. I think.
Well, well, all the billionaires are all trying to become be the. I mean, Bezos. I mean, he tried to get into pharmaceuticals.
Mhm.
He's taken over the postal services. because I think they ended their contract with USPS or going to. Um, yeah, we are. That is very sad.
We got a good baby. Yes, good thing. So it says because Netflix knows podcasters own their shows, Netflix wants to own their shows. And there's gonna be
Mm.
another reason why it's going to flop. What you mean? Y'all
Mm-mm.
got to give up my shit that I own to you, girl? Fuck you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they're
Mm-mm.
trying to control it, and they're trying to get ahead of it because, like we've been talking about, podcasting is going to be the new way people get information on a regular basis. Excuse me. And because of, you know, like Ebro in the morning, them getting, you know,
Mm-hmm.
fired for whatever reasons,
Just like that.
more more of these strict, MAGA, people who are buying up all the media are pushing out diversified voices. So people are going to more outlets that let them publish their own content. Because I think they're going to move the Ebro show to YouTube. So they're
Mm-hmm.
still going to be together, all three of them.
Yep.
So, and so people are, the landscape is changing and people are moving around, and these big companies are trying to make sure they get the piece of it
They
instead of
grasping
the
at
people.
straws, honey.
Hmm.
Look, and Chatmosa is here to rebel against that. Wake that the fuck up. Hello. So yeah. What Kai say? You can't tell me shit. I own my shit. Okay. Next case. Speaking of cases, child, this shit, y'all. Could you imagine? Like, so imagine being on trial and your lawyer tells the court that you are too slow to run a game.
Hmm?
Uh-huh. Well, this is what happened to K
Damn.
Flock.
Damn.
You ain't even smart enough to be doing what you charged with. Is that what they said?
Well, yes.
God damn.
And you see where it says here by way of all hip hop, K Flock had mental disability and still received 30 years in prison.
Wow.
Well, K Flock stood before a Manhattan federal judge Tuesday, December 16th, as his attorneys argued there was no way he masterminded a violent Bronx gang due to an intellectual disability that allegedly left him incapable of leading the Sev Side DOA crew. The 22-year-old drill rapper, born Kevin Perez, appeared in court for sentencing after a March conviction on racketeering conspiracy and weapons charges and was hit with a 30-year bid. Prosecutors were pushing for a 50-year prison term, accusing him of directing a string of brutal shootings across the Bronx and Upper Manhattan between 2020 and 2022. In a sharp pivot, Flock's legal team claimed he lacked the mental ability to control the gang, alleging another member managed him instead, which helped get 20 years shaved off what prosecutors were gunning for. The defense's argument, introduced during sentencing, sought to reduce the weight of the charges by challenging the notion that Flock was the crew's ringleader. Federal prosecutors dismissed the claim outright, calling it a transparent attempt to deflect responsibility. They insisted Flock was the one leading the charge on the street, pointing to his alleged role in a violent spree that left multiple victims injured or dead. One of the most serious incidents tied to the case was the December 2021 killing of Oscar Hernandez outside a Hamilton Heights barbershop. While Flock was acquitted of that murder charge after his attorneys successfully argued self-defense, the government maintains he orchestrated a broader campaign of violence. Over the course of less than 18 months, K Flock and his fellow gang members engaged in a campaign of violence, deepening existing gang rivalries and instigating new feuds where none had previously existed. Dozens of people were shot at, injured, and even killed during this short period of time due to the increased gang violence whipped up in large part by K Flock, Assistant U.S. Attorney Michael R. Herman said. Following his partial legal win, Flock celebrated on Instagram, writing, I beat the top count, claiming he made the judge cry. K-Flock gained notoriety in 2020 with his breakout drill track PSA and later collaborated with Cardi B, helping cement his place in New York's drill movement. But his rise in music has been overshadowed by his legal troubles. Baby, I'm sorry.
That's the craziest thing ever.
No, he couldn't have done this. He had somebody else managing him. He wasn't the ringleader. He too slow. He got an intellectual disability.
He's stupid.
Oh my God.
And still got 30 years. Good Lord Almighty.
Well, he was about to get 50, but it was like, all right, well, since y'all say his ass is stupid, we'll take 20 years off.
Look here.
For 30 years? Damn.
These fools be really 19, 20 and losing their whole life
Yeah.
to jail.
Prime years.
I
Wasted.
mean, 30 years, my nigga. Damn. Mommy, shit, the lawyer's right. He is intellectually slow.
We have a comment. Too bad. What's next? Well, honey, you might as well go ahead and copy paste that that mess so you can put it again because the next story is Krishan's ass, honey. Now, have y'all ever heard of anybody having a tattoo removed or yeah, because I heard, I even asked this girl I knew named Ebony, and she had a couple of tattoos removed. And I asked her, like, did it hurt? Was it a painful experience? And she was like, yes, it is painful, but just not as painful as the tattoo itself. But yes, it is a painful experience. Well, Krishan's fucking ass, honey, is going through that painful experience because remember her stupid ass got that tattoo of Blueface on her face. Well, baby, she's getting that shit removed. And you should see where it says here by way of all hip hop, Krishan Rock removing Blueface tattoo that ruined her relationships. This bitch said in the chat, Krishan, why did I come today? Oh, well, Krishan Rock finally hit the delete on that huge Blueface tattoo across her face, and she did it live for the internet to see. After months of folks begging her to ditch it, she pulled up to a laser session and streamed the whole thing. If you're not familiar, Rock popped out in January of 2024 with Blueface's mug inked on her face like a billboard. It was loud, bold, and had people online instantly saying, "Girl, no." She ignored all the noise for a while, but now it looks like she's finally ready to move on. The tattoo wasn't just a bad look for the gram, it wrecked her last relationship. Her ex, Hood Trophy Bino, straight up dumped her over it. So let me share the screen. This is a quick video of her getting that process done. It looks painful, honestly.
Just stupid.
Does it show?
Hell yeah, it hurt.
Ready? You okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
The top of it's almost gone.
No, do the big one.
I am doing the big one.
Okay, that's about as much as I can take of it.
Yeah, talking about it don't feel as bad as a tattoo that I don't know where she got removed. That shit hurt. Yeah. You see how they gotta blow a fan? That's straight heat. Like you being burned. You know that hurt. And especially a big old black ass tattoo like that.
On your face.
On your facial skin. Yes, that hurts.
And she over there crying. They was like, "Are you okay?" Yes, I'm okay.
She was not okay, listeners. She was not okay.
Let this be a lesson, ladies. Do not tattoo no nigga on your face. The hell?
Nothing on your face, on your neck, none of that. One of the most sensitive areas on your body. Oh no. And it's so big, like girl. People do some straight up stupid shit. I just
That's dumb as hell. But I mean, at least she's I guess taking the steps to get it removed, but still, girl, like
Yeah.
for you to even be in that position in the first place. I mean, that while you were getting it done, like the first 5 minutes of that ain't going to, because I know that shit hurt. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay. At some point, you weren't like, okay, what am I doing? Why am I here? No, you just let them
Mhm.
tattoo a whole portrait of that man on your face.
Do we have another word besides stupid and besides the R word? Because I want to call her the R word, but that's not okay. So what do we have? Because stupid ain't hitting enough for me. Okay.
What did K Flock have? The intellectual disability. We could say she has
Mm,
that.
She has a mental disability. She's deranged. She's, I mean,
Allegedly.
whew. Yes, allegedly. I don't know. People do weird things and for acceptance and love. Sometimes I guess I can't really blame it on them, depending on how they were raised and what's missing in their lives and the things they are willing to do to secure a man. But putting a man's face on my face is not never one of them that I would do. But a lot of a lot of people do it. I
And
could
as much as
even
I love my boyfriend 50 Cent and my husband Wayne Brady, I would never tattoo either of their faces on my face.
anywhere on my body. I could see maybe even getting a person's initials and a heart. LB loves, CR or something like that. Something easy to remove if it doesn't work out. Even if it was my husband, I would not tattoo a person's face on my body.
Well, maybe the
Outside
butt
of maybe
cheek.
my mother or somebody, like somebody like that, but not no boyfriend,
Well,
not
if he
no
got 50
man.
Cent money, then I might think about tattooing on my butt cheek because can't nobody see that but him. So I might do that, but no, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, but if you break up with him, then the next person got to look at that. Now, you could have all the non jealousy in the world, but you have to look at that every time. I
Yeah, because
mm-mm,
I could just simply say, yeah, because I'm telling my ex to kiss my ass.
mm-mm,
And then we have a
mm-mm.
comment, everyone sees your ass be. Bitch, shut up.
Mm-mm.
And I guess proclaiming your love for 2 quarters is embarrassing enough. Don't need for a face tattoo. Oh, touche. You right about that. Cause oof, honey. Well, this next story, y'all. So another doctor got caught up in the death of Matthew Perry. This time it's Dr. Mark Chavez or Mark Chavez. I think
This sentence pissed me off, but go ahead.
yes, honey. And I have to say, I hope I'm saying his last name because y'all remember the last time I was talking. It took me like I think Happy had to literally beat me down to say, "Bitch, it's Jimenez." I kept saying, my country ass. Yeah, Jimenez, Jimenez. So I hope
Jimenez.
Jimenez. So yeah, but I hope I'm saying Chavez right. But if
Yes.
not, okay. I'll give say because if not, I'm sorry. But the second of two doctors who pled guilty in connection with Matthew Perry's death was sentenced Tuesday, and the judge gave Dr. Mark Chavez a pretty light sentence. United States District Judge Sharon Peace Garnett sentenced Chavez to 8 months in home confinement and ordered him to complete 300 hours of community service. In October of 2024, Chavez pled guilty to one count of conspiracy to distribute ketamine. He quickly cut a deal with the feds after a slew of arrests were made in connection with Perry's death. Chavez admitted to selling ketamine to Dr. Salvatore Placencia, which was then sold to Perry weeks before the actor's fatal overdose. Prosecutors said Chavez obtained the ketamine fraudulently by submitting a prescription in the name of a patient without the patient's knowledge or consent. Earlier this month, Placencia was sentenced to 30 months in federal prison after pleading guilty to 4 counts of distributing ketamine. In a text discussion over how much to charge Perry for the drugs, Placencia wrote to Chavez, "I wonder how much this moron will pay." The text was highlighted in a victim impact letter written to the judge, by Perry's stepfather, Keith Morrison, which we talked about here on the show. He wrote, "The doctor conspired to break his most important vows repeatedly, sneaked through the night to meet his victim in secret. For what? A few $1,000s so he could feed on the vulnerability of our son and crow as he did so? With that revealing question, I wonder how much this moron will pay. Let's find out. As you know, Perry overdosed on ketamine and drowned in his hot tub back in 2023. Perry's live-in assistant, Kenneth Wamasa, drug dealer Eric Fleming, and the so-called ketamine queen, Jasmine Sanga, are expected to be sentenced in the coming weeks. And like we said, watch the because I think who got the most charges was the girl, the lady, the ketamine queen. So she's probably going to get the heaviest sentence.
But he got 8 months of house arrest
House right.
and like 3 months of supervised probation or something. I mean, 3 years. House arrest. He didn't even go. You know, why is it that doctors can kill people and not have to pay the price that other people pay? I don't know. I don't understand that. But they
I
gave
think
the
it's the
woman all those.
persuasion.
You, oh, I don't know.
Well, because you know the one that killed, what was the black guy who killed either, was it Michael Jackson? He went to jail. He got quite a few years.
Yeah, he went to prison for a few years, like 4, something like that, 5. I don't know. Not very many, but he should have gotten more years.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you know, white mom, the woman is gonna take the downfall the hardest. Meanwhile, she was just giving it to them. They actually wrote the prescriptions and provided the ability to get it.
And his ass, that Dr. Chavez, his ass was sitting there. His patients didn't even know what in the hell was going on. He writing prescriptions for them, and without their knowledge or consent. That shit is crazy to me. And he only got 8 months of house arrest. Like you literally did fraud, my nigga. 8 months.
8 months. I'm like, what?
And $300 of community service.
The things be thinking. I don't know.
I don't
Some
even know if
things
he
just
lost
be
his
consistent.
license.
I hope so.
I would imagine because something like that is a real that's a federal a really bad offense in the medical world. I'm sure like writing prescriptions unlike that.
Fraudulently.
Yeah, I hope he don't still have his.
Well, let me see. Did Dr. Chavez lose his license? Let's see. Oh, he voluntarily surrendered his medical license in connection with the case surrounding Matthew Perry.
Good.
Voluntarily. That's funny.
Well, at the end of the day, he ain't got it no more, and that's all that matters to me. And he can't write no shit for nobody else.
Yeah, he got to pivot and find something else to do.
Get on OnlyFans or something. People seem to be making a good living on OnlyFans. Don't come to the podcast world. We won't have you over here. Let me stop. Well, that's that on that, hun. I'm definitely going to follow what the rest of them are gonna be sentenced, especially because I suspect, just like we've talked about before, the ketamine queen is going to be the one to get the most charges. Well, I got 3 more stories left.
Okay.
This next one now, there was a singer who got electrocuted by a microphone, child.
What?
Yes, in Peru. And this shit, when I tell you that shit is so scary. So I have this TMZ article. And y'all should see where it says here, rock singer electrocuted by microphone in Peru on video.
Oh my God.
So first I'm gonna play the clip of him. Of course, everything was in Spanish, but you can pretty much see what's going on. So let me share the clip.
Oh my God.
Y'all saw them sparks
I know
flying out
he's
and stuff.
saying caliente is hot.
Mm-hmm.
A hot mic.
Yep. And y'all saw the sparks and stuff that were flying out that mic and stuff.
Damn.
So he's okay. His name is Carlos Suarez, and he sings with the band Mi Mejor Amigo. Um,
Mm-hmm.
let me see. And he released a statement. It says Suarez provided an update about his condition in the aftermath of the incident, telling fans online he's doing all right, though he suffered severe burns on his neck when the microphone fell on top of him, which requires some bandaging. So, and
Oh
this is him
wow. Glad he's
speaking.
okay.
He's okay, but yeah, you see the bandages on his neck and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Chill. You know we used to sing, honey. Could you freaking imagine, girl?
Mm-mm. I
Oh,
would never want a wired mic ever again. They would have to do some Bluetooth stuff for me. No more
oh,
wired mics.
Bluetooth. Well, no, we're not having no technology in here at all. This is an intimate setting. You all sit on this carpet and fold your legs, crisscross applesauce, and I'll give you a setting for an intimate setting from here. No, we won't even have the microphones in the room. Are you kidding me?
No mics at all.
Mm-mm. No mics in the room. Hell, don't even turn on the air conditioner just to be on the safe side, because that is scary.
Yeah, that was. He could have died.
Oof. Yeah.
The person who grabbed that cord could have. I'm like, ooh. The cord is rubber though, so maybe that's why they weren't drawn into the electrocution too. Because if they would have touched him, it would have shocked whoever touched him too. So he grabbed the cord and snatched it away from him. Wow. Wow.
Oof. And this bitch putting in the chat live yodeling. Just go ahead and electrocute me. So first of all, bitch, I don't yodel. I sing down. Now, just because I don't like to do it, don't mean I can't do it. No, I leave the yodeling to the professionals. You know, like the K Michelles and the Carmen Rasmussens of the world. Well, now every now and then, Ti, another ashy ass, every now and then he comes out and says something smart. And I'm like, okay, still, he's got one hell of a side eye from me, but every now and then he'll come out and make some sense like this. So he was just on Kurt Franklin's podcast recently, and he had some things to say about the church, right in Kurt Franklin's face. And I love that for him. So you see where it says, Ti says church is a business during Kurt Franklin podcast. T.I. sparked conversation about organized religion during his recent appearance on Kurt Franklin's Den of Kings podcast. The Atlanta rapper explained why he doesn't attend church despite his Christian faith. I've never been a church person, T.I. told Kurt Franklin during the interview. I grew up in a strong Christian household. My grandma and auntie were very strong in prayer, so I know how to pray and I know the word. And I know God is real. I've seen his presence and his hands in my life. Nobody has to tell me that. But I've never felt the connection with the church. The rapper criticized modern church systems as profit-driven enterprises rather than spiritual sanctuaries. To be honest, I don't think it's real. I think that it's a business just like anything else. It's a show, just like if you go to Broadway. It's like public speaking, like a TED Talk. A lot of times, they put a lot of cap on it to make it personally benefiting to them, he said. T.I. questioned in particular the practice of requiring financial contributions for divine blessings. Y'all telling me I got to pay this joker for my God to hear my prayer? Man, I'm out of here, the rapper stated. There's enough people in enough positions who understand ways to manipulate this word to personally benefit. His comments come during a period when Christianity has become a prominent topic in hip hop discourse. Recently, Nicki Minaj and her stupid ass delivered a speech at the United Nations supporting the Trump administration's claims about Christian persecution in Nigeria. The Trinidadian rapper thanked President Trump while addressing alleged religious violence, stating, "Today, faith is under attack." The collaboration between the rapper and Trump administration officials drew both support and criticism from fans and industry observers.
Deport her.
Wake it the fuck up, okay? T.I.'s perspective reflects a growing conversation about institutional religion versus personal faith. The rapper emphasized his beliefs. The rapper emphasized his belief in a direct spiritual connection without intermediaries. I don't need a broker. I don't need no middleman, he explained. The Den of Kings podcast, hosted by gospel musician Kurt Franklin, has become a platform for candid discussions about faith, masculinity, and social issues. Well, Kirk, until you really want to talk about the real shit, like you beating the fuck out of Carry On because he was gay, because he was feminine when he was younger, I don't want to hear shit you got to say on the podcast. But anyway, that was T.I. ate that. He ate that. He ate that.
That one little thing.
That
That
one
one
little
little
thing.
thing.
Because he is absolutely right, and I have to say, I'm of the same belief. I say here all the time, I don't rock with a lot of the church so much that a lot of people who are in the church think I'm an atheist. I'm like, no, baby, I'm not an atheist. I just know how to not use that church to not think to myself. Unlike
No,
you.
that's absolutely correct. But now, what he said on that, absolutely, because I agree. And so many of these pastors have shown their hand that they really just out here for a money grab. But mm-mm, yeah, I ate that one little thing and deport Nikki's ass. She need to be deported. And that's all. That's that on that. Next.
Exactly. I've been telling you, look, I've been talking about Christofascism and how dangerous it is for months now, honey, on this show. And I'm telling y'all, and for them to sit there and act like Christianity is under attack when we know that is not true whatsoever is dangerous. It is dangerous. And y'all better
Mm-hmm. And
y'all better
the
bash
thing
Mr.
is,
Head anything about heaven later. That's all I got to say.
over there in Nigeria, it's not just Christians being killed. It's Muslims. It's whatever else is going on. It's not just Christians, and so for them just to put that out, like that's the only issue going on, is full of shit. But I mean, y'all gonna listen to somebody that called African countries shithole countries? Like, be fucking for real. He don't have no interest in anything going on over in that continent unless he can pillage or bring over them white Afrikaners. That's it. Goodbye.
That part. Well, our last story of the day, so we're gonna end on a good note. So y'all remember not too long ago I talked about we were talking about a Jennifer Lopez story and I brought up her mother Lupe, who I'm actually a huge fan of because Lupe was a huge fan of the Wendy Williams show like I was, and she also loves daytime TV. And I hope when I tell you, I hope Lupe discovers my show, honey. Lupe, if you listen to Boo, I know you will love us here. But I brought that up because Lupe just turned 80, honey. And when I tell you she looks good, she looks good. And y'all see, I just shared here by way of all hip hop. Jennifer Lopez's mom turns 80 and proves sexy has no cutoff date. Well, we already knew that because Chili, but that's another story.
Okay.
No.
Well, he
We
ain't
knew
telling no
sexy
lie
had
because
no
you
cutoff
told me that them lips was all natural, the way they was glistening. Okay. Mm. So, he ain't lying. Go ahead.
And it's really just what it is, just a celebration of Lupe. And it says Jennifer Lopez didn't just throw her mom an 80th birthday party in Las Vegas. She accidentally exposed the genetic source code behind her own legendary sex appeal. The photo tells a story before anyone says a word. Standing beside her mother, Guadalupe Lupe Rodriguez, J-Lo looks like the deluxe HD upgrade of the same woman. Same glow, same posture, same I know exactly what I'm doing confidence. And at 80 years old, Lupe isn't just smiling politely for family pics, she's radiating grown woman heat, honey. Lupe is wrapped in glam, diamonds catching the light, hair perfectly set, face lit up with that mischievous sparkle that says she's still very much aware of the effect she has. This isn't grandma energy. This is silver fox confidence with curves, presence, and attitude intact. The kind of sexy that doesn't need to pose, doesn't need to prove anything, and definitely doesn't fade quietly into the background. Who wrote this? Because, honey, I think they act like they want to fuck Lupe, honey.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, goddamn.
But also, yeah, this is one picture.
Oh, that's cute. No, she is looking good.
Look at her. This caught in the car.
80 where? 80
Hello.
where?
She's
Look
beautiful.
at it. She looks amazing. I guess this is the Vegas show. I didn't see this.
Look at that little body. Got a little body on him. Come
Okay,
on,
absolutely.
Lupe.
Lupe is not allowed around my man. Oh, she looks good. She looks good. And I guess this is the family. Jennifer looks good too. This is cute. Oh, and they had the twins in here. You see the twins all grown up and stuff. Girl, look.
Looking like they pappy.
First of all, you know what?
Okay.
He's starting to get on my damn nerves.
The only person that can sing in that family is the baby.
Yes.
They can sing. They got that from their daddy. Go ahead.
Look at this picture here, though. I mean, if you didn't know any better, you would really think she was giving it.
Because she's an actress. She needed to stay acting.
That is true, honey. Because she is emoting. I'll tell you that, because it is giving, honey. And let me see. I'm trying to find the one. Oh, I think that's yep. That's the daughter. The one who can actually sing. Is it? I think.
No. No, because the daughter, well, I think it's they, them.
Oh.
That's probably the brother's girlfriend.
Oh.
You see them in the middle with the necktie and the
yeah, so I didn't know that was
glasses.
them. I thought that was the brother. Okay. Oh, that's cute. I love that for them. And look at Lupe's sexy ass, honey. Now I see why whoever wrote this article wanna fuck, honey. Y'all know that's right. She looks good. Look at that. And that's how you know, when you see your parents, honey, you know your parents look good, and you just like, you know what, I ain't got nothing to worry about. I know Jennifer Lopez was thinking that all her life, honey, because Lupe is she always been a baddie, honey. Look at her. AT where? Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out, did any of you have any tea that you want to share or any tea that I might have missed? All right. Well, thank you all for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard. Well, it's 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you can make the live show with us. Don't forget to RSVP when you see that upcoming live show. So if you can get an entry into the Hot Tea Cold Cash giveaway. And until then, you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.